like to call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum. First item of business, approve the meeting minutes from May 30th, 2017, regular minute.
Make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept it and submit it. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. I'd like to welcome everybody to the June 27th, 2017 regular meeting at 6 p.m. Our first item of business under old business, recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, rezoning of property requested by James Mack, 14.6 acres, property located at 143 Cherokee Drive, tax map 17C through E, parcel 30.01 and 32, current zoning district R1 low density residential, proposed zoning district R2 medium density residential, property owned by James Mack. Mr. J.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the commission. This item has been withdrawn. As part of your package for the evening, you have a letter from Mr. Danny Womble stating as such.
Withdrawn. Very good, sir. Our next item of business, under new business, concept plan retreat at Finch Branch, 62.29 acres, property located at projected intersection of Spring Street and Shiloh Drive, tax map 017L, Group A, parcel 008.04, R2 medium density zoning district, property owned by Robert W. Waldron. Mr. Jack.
Thank you again, Chairman. This item, due to the technical items, the amount of technical items that have not been addressed, it has been asked to be deferred.
Excellent, sir. Our next item of business, preliminary plat, retreat at Finch Branch, Phase 1, 13.07 acres, property located at projected intersection of Spring Street and Shiloh Drive, tax map 017L, Group A, parcel 008.04, R2 medium density zoning district, property owned by Robert W. Waldron. Mr. Jack?
Chairman, this is the item we just discussed was the concept plan. This is the preliminary plat, which has also been asked to be deferred until the next meeting.
Very good. Next item, preliminary plat, Sand Hill Village, 9.19 acres, property located approximately 500 foot west of intersection of Sand Hill Road and Fergus Road, tax map 014, parcel 04.00, R2 medium density zoning district, property owned by Abnon Shriedman. Mr. Jack.
Yes, this is the 9.15 acres on Sand Hill Road. All technical items have been addressed since the workshop.
Very good. Any questions or comments from the board?
This is the,
Number,
number 4.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I was just looking, we got 9.15 and 9.19
Yeah, I know.
acres. We're still talking about the same
Same place.
Is that which one is it?
preliminary Sand Hill Village, 9.19 or 9.15.
On number 4, it says 9.15.
It's 9.15.
It's 1.5, thank you.
So that's preliminary plat, Sand Hill Village on 9.15 acres. Any other questions or comments from the board? With that, we'll entertain a
I'll check
motion.
that item being addressed to make a motion. Was this a favorable or? I'll
Preliminary
make a
plat,
proposal.
sir.
Yeah, I'll make a proposal to approve of the final plat for Sand Hill.
Preliminary plat, sir. Motion to approve preliminary plat?
Yeah.
We have a motion to approve.
Okay.
All right, it says preliminary plat on the agenda.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
It is a preliminary plat.
preliminary plat, okay.
Okay, so you're making a motion to
I'm gonna make a
approve-
motion to approve the preliminary plat of 9.15 acres.
I have a motion to approve. We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes on the preliminary plat for Sand Hill Village. Next item, request to set the bond for public improvements for Lake Woods Phase 7 requested by Womble and Associates, 25 lots on 14.35 acres, property located at intersection of Stones River Road and Hollandale Road, tax map 006, parcel 13 and 23.01, R2 medium density zoning district, property owned by Abnon Shrievman. Mr. J.
Yes, Chairman, members of the commission, this property is on the south side of Hollandale and east side of Stones River Road. The engineer, Mr. Womble, has received 4 bids to set the bond amount, along with some utility adjustments and repairs and erosion control. With the 20% contingency, the amount came to $45,400.
So that's sufficient, sir? Any other questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion on this item.
All technical items have been addressed. I make a motion we accept the estimate for final asphalt pavement for $45,400.
A motion to accept. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item of business, site plan requested by Matt Taylor of SEC Inc., proposed trucks access improvements on existing lot, property located at 140 International Boulevard, tax map 017, parcel 02.03, I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District, property owned by Trinidad Benheim Corporation. Mr. J.
Chairman, members of the commission, this is on Industrial Boulevard. It's on an 11.6 acre tract. There's only 0.47 plus or minus acres that will be disturbed. They want to add a turning lane here for large truck movements across the property. Currently, there's 2 entrances, one here and one kind of right next to it. You can see them in the photograph there. We have asked the engineer to combine these 2 entrances and exits from the property. Our zoning ordinance has a 2 limit ingress-egress points per 400 feet of lot frontage. And so I was actually given a sketch tonight. It's closer than the previous version that we have. Now we're trying to narrow down the entrance to 40 feet, which is also part of our zoning ordinance, and he's going to look at that as soon as possible.
Very good. Is someone here for this project? Would you state your name and address for the record, sir?
John Miner with SEC at 850 Middle Tennessee Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Very good. You got a copy of this from Mr. J in regards to the entrance?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to ask for a deferral so we can get the plan straight and workshop? Otherwise, we'll kind of have to vote on it as is.
I think probably a deferral would be best.
Very good. We have a formal request for a deferral from the applicant. We'll defer this item until next month.
Thank you.
Sir. Next item of business. Recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, rezoning of property requested by Will Hager of Luce and Associates, 214.44 acres, property located at intersection of Blair Road and Waldron Road, tax map 032, parcel 04.00, current zoning district R1 low density residential, proposed zoning district R2 PDR medium density planned density residential, property owned by James N. McFarland Revocable Trust. Mr. J.
Thank you, Chairman. This 214 acre tract is at the corner of Blair Road and Waldron Road. The proposed rezoning is to develop the property for the construction of 536 single-family homes, 110 townhomes, and 106 senior adult housing units. It'd be a total of 65.12 acres of open space, which equals approximately 30% of the total property. The property includes one parcel, Rutherford County Tax Map 32, and all technical items have been addressed.
Very good. Do we have any questions or comments for the board, or would you like to discuss this at all? Questions or comments?
Can you call them up, please?
Sorry.
Can we call our representative?
Do we have a representative from Will Hager here?
Yes, sir. Will Hager, Lowson Associates.
Name and address for the record, sir.
Will Hager with Lowson Associates, 2809 Foster Avenue, Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you, sir. You have a question, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, actually, the first question is for the engineer. Have you had any calls? Have not had any calls on it? Have you had any interaction with the neighbors?
I have not personally. I
They
believe
haven't called?
no, sir.
We're posted, right? Signs posted?
Yes.
Okay.
And items were taken care of. Any other questions or comments?
There was a discussion in the workshop about the roundabout. Can you explain a little bit why we believe there may be challenges in placing a roundabout at this location due to topography and roadway alignments? We are interested in discussing this further. Any elaboration or?
We've had a chance to look at that a little closer with a sub-consultant with RPM. He's available to speak to that more directly. It looks like it is possible, but it's also going to be a very expensive feature of your transportation system just because of the size necessary to accommodate school bus traffic. So we're willing to discuss that further with city staff, but at this time, we're kind of waiting on some other numbers to come back in terms of public improvements. So we haven't had a chance to discuss that thoroughly yet.
Well, with that still being on the table, would you want to defer and come back to workshop so we can discuss it further? I mean, this is a very large tract of land, and we'd like to get it.
Right.
It is, and we want to get it right as well. We've already incorporated all the required improvements for our traffic study. And like I said, we're willing to discuss the roundabout as well as off-site sewer improvements with staff further down the road. If it's something that you want to hear before you vote on it, I understand. And
I'd definitely like to discuss it and see if we can get it put on the plan, because it's just such a major intersection of that side of the city. And then once we start adding, right at 700 homes in the area, that's going to put a lot of traffic. So I personally would like to request a deferral.
We'll see a site plan for this. Also, this application is for the rezoning, so you
Okay.
will have an opportunity to
We get
review
to that
that when
point?
it comes through.
As long as we know that we're going to address it when the time comes.
okay.
Very good, sir. Any other questions or comments from the board? With that, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, with all technical items being addressed and with this being, with this coming back before the board for the second phase, I make a motion we accept, we
Send
grant it,
favorable.
send a favorable recommendation for the rezoning.
I have a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Do we have a second? We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next item of business. Site plan request by John Lyon of Kobler Engineering, proposed expansion on existing lot, property located at 443 Dick Buchanan Street, tax map 014I, Group C, parcel 02.01, I-1 Light Industrial and A Agricultural Zoning District, property owned by JJT Land Holdings. Mr. J.
Yes, Chairman, members of the commission, this is an improvement to a parking lot that includes two additional structures totaling 15,250 square feet. The property is located on the west side of Dick Buchanan Street. And the purpose of this site plan is to present the proposed improvements to the existing gravel area that is on site today. There are a few technical items that have not been addressed, which includes the provide location of open space on the site plan, to verify the tax map and parcel, that's just a the way it was listed is different than I'm used to seeing, and so it's just asked for clarification on the tax map and parcel. There was a comment at the workshop about rezoning the AG to match the I-2 zoning. That's more of a comment than a technical item.
More of a recommendation than a necessity.
And in the ditch, there's a ditch on the north side of the property that is shown as concrete, and we have asked that be a grass line ditch for stormwater purposes.
Very good. Is anyone here from, this project? Name and address for the record, sir.
Max Lyday with Clover Engineering, 3556 Tom Austin Highway, Springfield, Tennessee.
Did you receive a copy of this, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do we want to come back to workshop so that we can address these items and get this all squared away correctly? Otherwise, we'll have to vote on everything as presented.
We were hoping that those were, I don't want to say trivial items, but small enough that aren't necessarily engineering purposes to get a conditional vote and be able to clean those up through comments before a required pre-construction meeting.
Traditionally, we don't, if there's any technical items, we try and get them all addressed
Okay.
prior to voting, or we vote and see how it goes.
Okay.
I would strongly recommend, let's do the deferral, let's go over this. We're real close to having this right.
Right, sir.
So,
Understood.
the last few little things, and we'll get them addressed at the next workshop and
Okay.
handled correctly. So if you formally
we'll-
request a deferral.
Yeah,
till
we'll
next month.
request deferral.
All right. Thank you, sir. And we'll
Yes,
look
sir.
forward to seeing you at the workshop on second Tuesday of the month,
Yes, sir.
next month. We'll see you there, and if you can have these addressed prior to the meeting, that'd be great as well. And
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Our last item of business, bonds and letters of credit.
All bonds and letters of credit are up to date. Next one is due for renewal November 15th of this year.
Very nice. Any other questions or comments? Meeting adjourned.